Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Georg Mack Plays the Classics. Erdrick's descendants must come together to save the land once again in Dragon Warrior 2. The evil sorcerer Hargon has attacked the kingdom of Moonbrook with a plan to bring forth the ill-omened gods to bring him strength. It is up to you, Prince of Maidenhall, to find your cousins, the Prince of Cannock and Princess of Moonbrook. Only together will your powers be enough to stop Hargon once and for all. You start by watching Hargon and his minions destroy the castle of Moonbrook and kill everyone inside. A lone guard makes his way out into the castle of Maidenhall. After relaying the fate of his castle, the king volunteers his son to become the hero of our tale. The hero is physically strong, but doesn't have access to magic as his ancestor did. His first task is to find his cousin, the Prince of Cannock. After nearly catching up with him many times through towns and dungeons, the cousins finally get together and join forces. The prince is not as strong physically as the hero, but he does have access to some magic. Magic can be healing, damaging, status affecting, or utility. There are 3 levels of heals. Damage spells can either affect a single enemy, group, or all enemies on screen. Status effect spells can reduce accuracy, cause sleep, or alter defense. Utility spells allow you to escape dungeons, fly back to your last save town, repel monsters, revive a party member, or even open doors. I got a lot of use out of the repel spell, because battles are excessive. Seriously excessive. Gone are the days of one-on-one battles. Instead, battles can pit you against anywhere between 1 and 7 opponents. You target by group instead of by specific monster. This can cause you to not kill an enemy that just should have been able to, allowing them an extra attack. Or the turn order may be different than what you expect, wasting an attack, because targeting an enemy group that dies doesn't retarget to a living group. Solving the puzzle to unlock the princess gives you your final party member. She isn't strong physically, but she does come with the capability of casting the strongest spells. The only question now is, can you connect with your spells reasonably often? With the party together, figuring out what to do is obscure. Walking to every town and talking to everyone doesn't overtly instruct you on what to do next. When you find a boat that you can take out onto the open water, the trip to Alefgard is guaranteed. As you go between towns, you are likely to run into some information about crests. You may even find one by accident. There are 5 you have to search for, and while some are easy to find as you go through dungeons and towns, there is one that is just mean. The only clue I found was when the fortune teller told me to go south. Very vague, and likely caused many hint line calls or new Nintendo Power subscriptions. I realize now that I never visited the Castle Sharlock to meet the descendant of Dragonlord who would have given me more information. Once you collect all 5 crests and head to the final area, Rome, you're in for quite the time. Blizzard enemies have the ability to cast defeat and wipe you out in one turn. If the golden bat boons put you to sleep and allow the blizzards many chances, you're going to eat the dreaded total party wipe. As long as you've collected all the equipment you want, get everyone a shield of strength to keep in their inventory. You're welcome. The loss of half your gold means nothing to you. The grind evident throughout the game is excessive. Enix realized this because later ports balanced the experience and gold rewards to make playing more accessible. The only other time I've beaten this game is on the Game Boy Color version with my buddy Bobby. We still had to grind for an evening before attacking Hargon's castle, and experience gains in that version were doubled. Hargon's castle is incredibly anticlimactic for all the trouble you took to get there. Floors are straightforward, unlike most of the other dungeons you encounter. There are 3 mini-bosses that you must take out, but with the ability to leave and heal after each of the battles, it's not a great challenge. Even the final battle doesn't take much in the way of tactics. You have to have enough hit points to survive 2 rounds worth of attacks, or the math to win just doesn't work out. Putting an end to Hargon and his wicked ways rewards you with a promotion to King of Midenhall and a job well done. When it comes to grading Dragon Warrior 2 on NES, graphics get a 2.0. Graphics are functional, but are definitely showing their age. Granted, the Japanese release was in January 1987, 8 months after the release of Dragon Quest. Sound gets a 3.0. The full party overworld theme is stuck in my head and won't leave. Gameplay gets a 1.5. Grind, 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 maybe find an obscure clue, maybe stumble into something helpful. Difficulty gets a 1.5. There are a lot of unfair enemy patterns, key items that I couldn't find any real hints for, and excessive grinding is a necessity. Fun factor gets 2.0. The amount of time I spent on Dragon Warrior 2 is more than I've spent on any other game on this list so far. I do not feel like I got the amount of joy equivalent to the amount of time spent. Overall, Dragon Warrior 2 earns a 2.0 and gets a C. I do not think this is a great follow-up to the original. The pacing is off, and the addition of extra characters doesn't help as much as it hurts. Well, that's going to do it for me for today. Please make sure to like this video, let me know what you think of Dragon Warrior 2 in the comments, and please subscribe to Head Drop Productions here on YouTube, because we want you here for each and every video we release, because it is your destiny.